This one is the Six Dragons. Yeh said the width of the painting is about 20 feet wide. In April 1960, this is the largest picture in his solo exhibition at the auditorium of the U.S. Information Service, USIS, in Taipei. Later in the same year, when President Chiang Kai-Shek started his third term, Yeh Tsui-Pai with the art circles presented this painting to congratulate President Chiang. It means the time when the saint rides the six dragons. This painting of Gone with the Wind means a speedy horse can run 10,000 li, equal to 3,107 miles, like a wind. Yeh Tsui-Pai paints and Su Wang inscribes. Su Wang is Peng Chun-shi, 1896 to 1976. He was a poet, painter, calligrapher, and legislator of the Republic of China. He is known as an expert in poetry, calligraphy, and painting. He served as a professor of Chinese studies at National Taiwan University. He has won the Poet Laureate Award and an honorary doctorate in literature. He was also one of the artists participating in the exhibition which Ambassador and Mrs. Drumright held in December 1960. Peng inscribed the poem as, General Yeh has a strong, vigorous, and powerful posture which remains the same in his later years. When he draws horses, the painting surprises and amazes everyone. When will the land recover from the thunders, flashing lighting? It needs you to chase the speedy horse running like a wind for 10,000 li. This painting titled, A Dragon's Gallop, Yeh Tsui-Pai wrote, the horse is galloping at the top of the fabled fairyland as Peng Lai. He is different from the chicken and dogs who hope to fly to the sky. Yeh casually writes in the autumn of 1957. Yeh Tsui-Pai drew this painting of A Donkey Looks Ahead and Man-Ran inscribed. Man-Ran, who I have made a YouTube video before. His real name is Chung Man-ching, or Zheng Man-ching. People called him a genius of the Five Wonders. His poem is, in Taiwan, people are not easy to find consecutive windy snow days. They accompanied each other to look for the plum trees with steady steps. He kept a smile even after others bossed around him. He left the donkey alone so as they could walk leisurely. This may be a small painting because the words he wrote are small. Here, I like to thank Lu Binbin and teacher Lu Xinfu for their helps in interpreting this cursive style of calligraphy. A marvelous horse inside a narrow tunnel. Yeh made this to congratulate the opening of the Cross Island Highway on May 9, 1960. His poem is, the super spirits closed this mountain area for a long time. Workers' sweat and blood sprayed into the misty air. We celebrated the new era for the pioneer opening of the southern wilderness. Just like seeing a dragon emerge from this tunnel. You're entitled this picture of 100 horses. It was October 28, 1960, also September 9th of the lunar calendar. Yeh Tsui-Pai painted this. He entitled in front with the 100th issue commemoration of Taiwan poetry and wrote, Best wishes from Yeh Tsui-Pai. He then inscribed, I never made the painting with 100 horses in my life. Because for showing beauty, it did not depend on how many, and the number should not decide the beauty either. Today I am pleased to be here to celebrate the 100th issue commemoration of Taiwan poetry. Mr. Jingnan asked me to draw 100 horses for this special event. When completing my drawing, a guest counted the horses one by one. At the end of the drawing, the horses' numbers are just exactly 100. Even though it is really a coincidence, I have done my best to fulfill his wishes. After completing the drawing, I hung the painting to the wall. Then I felt ashamed that it filled up my graffiti all over the paper. However, the guest instead said, Yeh had an ingenious creativity that the horses he drew looked like the rolling hills and valleys, also like the raging tides of revolution surges. The horses showed the momentums as the running snakes and vipers. The painting showed that Yeh already made a great achievement or leaped in his life. Yeh used foolish life, represents his humbleness. What the guest said is all good encouragement. I dare not accept them but only increase my fear and worry. However, when I look at the painting, it filled with vigorous vitality from the front to the back side of the paper. I wish all poets with bright futures, and wish the same to the people of Chinese nation. Then please do not mention my good or bad skills in brush and ink. Tsui-Pai Records. The funding members of Taiwan Poetry, a monthly magazine, were Yu Ren, the honorary president, Jia Jingda, the director, and Huang Jingnan, the general manager and editor-in-chief. This painting, Looking Forward to the Mainland, on March 29th, 1961, The Youth Day. Yu Ren wrote the title. Liang Hanchao, Wang Zhuangwei, Liu Shu and Yeh Tsui-Pai wrote the other inscriptions. Owing to the words are too blurry, I did not translate them. Yeh made this painting, and named the painting by using a verse from Du Fu's poem. That is, suddenly a horse appeared from the east wall. Yu Ren wrote the title of this painting, Charge, and Liu Shu inscribed at his studio, named Hua Yan Yan Studio. The inscription is, 10,000 hooves kick and stamp on the clouds as in a war. Galloping horses filled the paper, just like we could hear their sounds. Just like we saw the great hands of Chow Ba painted these horses again. Foggy sand and wind seemed to blow out from the walls. Tsui-Pai made this painting for the China Art Academy. I inscribed these 28 words at my Hua Yan Yan studio in April of 1961. Liu Shu signed. Liu Shu, 1905 to 1973, is from Xiangtan, Hunan, China. After 1949, he served as secretary of the Taiwan provincial government, secretary to the executive yuan, and secretary to the presidential office. Later he taught at Taiwan Normal University, wrote 3 books about Mozi, and published 2 books of poetry. One is The Poetry of Hua Yan Yan Studio, and the other is Santai Poetry Memoir. This painting, Kinmen War Horses March On. Yeh said, in the summer of 1961, Admiral Gao Kuei Yuan invited me to visit Kinmen together. I drew this painting and respectfully present to the longevity Admiral Gao. He signed by his name used in military, Yeh Koen besides Tsui-Pai. Yeh made this painting of violent attack on October 10, 1961, the National Day of the Republic of China. Liu Shu inscribed a poem on October 15, 1961. The poem is, 10,000 horses are awaiting the deployment to reclaim the mainland. It needs the vanguard to send a message to the troops. Now relying on painting skills as Chow Ba has, Yeh first drew dragon horses, running like stepping into the war cloud. Then he added another horse painting at the end and explained why. Titled 8 Horses Running Abreast, his inscription is, drawing a horse with its front view is the most demanding thing. Drawing group horses with their front views is a much more demanding thing. Drawing galloping horses with their front views is extremely demanding thing. I have never seen any painters who draw galloping horses with their front views from ancient times to the present. Today I casually drew this painting. I am quite pleased but still need to make more progress. Therefore, I added this last painting besides those already in the catalog. Hope readers do not laugh at this confusion. Yeh Tsui-Pai respectfully recorded. At the end, I will show you Yeh's 2 different paintings. In 1957, he tried to draw 2 geese. The title is Rural Style. The inscription is Lovers of Yujun, that talked about Wang Shiji from the Eastern Jin Dynasty, 303 to 361. Owing to his love of geese, many interesting legends followed. Another painting called A Typical Fruit, just few simple strokes, made a unique painting with his own style. He drew vegetables. Next time I will conclude the introduction of Yeh Tsui-Pai. Stay tuned.